Ayo, what's good, Double Clutch Nation? It's your boy Y-Ghost, and it's nights like tonight in the NBA that absolutely remind me why I love this game so much. It was absolutely star-studded, so many good games, so many 40 bombs. Oh my god, it was just such a beautiful night, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about it, but let's get right into it. But tonight we're going to start with the Rockets versus Mavericks game. The Rockets lost to the Mavericks 136 to 147 in overtime. The Rockets started the game looking like they were going to stomp on the Mavericks, winning the first quarter by 15, 42 to 27. And Amen Thompson got ejected in the first quarter, but then the Mavs won the second quarter, making it only a 5-point game at halftime. Luka hit a step back three in Jalen Green's mouth, putting them up 124 to 123 with a minute 34 left. The Mavericks then called a challenge on Dante Exum's foul against Fred VanVleet, in which it looked like he kind of got hit in the face, but the challenge was unsuccessful as the referee said that Dante Exum fouled Fred VanVleet before the contact to his face. Fred VanVleet hit the first free throw, but then missed the second, making it only a 3-point game with 22 seconds left. The Mavericks then got the ball to Kyrie on the wing, who had 19 points in the fourth quarter, but Kyrie missed it, forcing them to foul Jabari Smith Jr. and put him at the line down 3 with only a little bit of time left. Jabari Smith Jr. then choked the game by missing 2 free throws, keeping the lead at only 1 possession. The Mavericks go down, get the ball to Luka. Luka finds Dante Exum on the wing, who hit a 3 to send the game into overtime. The Mavericks played really well in overtime, winning the game by 11. PJ Washington ended the game by hitting 2 dagger threes after not hitting a single 3 all game. Kyrie finished the game with 48 points. Luka ended up having 37, 9, and 12 assists. And on the Rockets side of the ball, Dillon Brooks had 29 and 3 steals, going 5 of 6 from 3. And Fred VanVleet had 25 points and 12 assists, absolutely balling out, but not enough to keep the Mavericks from coming back and taking the win. At the same time as that game was going on, the Cavs played the Clippers, in which the Clippers won 120 to 118, and Donovan Mitchell and Kawhi Leonard didn't play for either team. The Cavaliers had 80 points in the first half, leading the Clippers, who only had 59 by 21. Luckily for the Clippers, an amazing performance by Paul George in the fourth and good defense in the second half led them back into the game. Paul George had 23 points in the fourth quarter, hit a huge shot with 7 seconds left, dropping Jared Allen and Evan Mobley and hitting a nice mid-range fadeaway to put the score 120 to 118. Darius Garland drove into the paint and got blocked by Paul George with 1.7 seconds left, in which the Cavaliers then had a chance to inbound and either tie or win the game. They passed it in, but Russell Westbrook tipped it. Max Strus put it up and missed badly, losing the game for the Cavaliers, who were led by Paul George, who finished the game with 39 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. He also went 16 and 16 from the free throw line. James Harden had 22, 5, and 5. And on the Cavs side of the ball, Darius Garland led the way with 28 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 steals, and 40 minutes played. Max Strus had a nice game with 20 points and 9 assists. Evan Mobley had 20 and had a good game besides getting dropped at the end. Jared Allen had a double-double with 17 and 10. This was an absolutely insane game, and it's crazy that both of these games happened at the same time, with one being in overtime with a crazy shot from Dante Exum to send it, and then Paul George hitting a game winner and then getting a block on Darius Garland, who had been doing great all game. It's just a beautiful way to start off a 13-game slate. Some of the other games that happened was Pacers versus Heat, in which the Pacers led the whole time but ended up only winning by 2 against the Heat. But this game meant a lot for the Pacers as it keeps them in the 6th seed and out of the play-in, which if the Heat would have won, they would have moved up to the 6th seed, forcing the Pacers back into the play-in. The Raptors played the Wizards in a game that pretty much meant nothing, but won 130 to 122. The Thunder were missing J-Dub and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and ended up winning by 3 against the Hornets. And the Celtics absolutely dominated the Trailblazers, as everyone would expect, winning 124 to 107, and Kristaps Porzingis played amazing defense, having 3 steals and 5 blocks. Tonight, the Pelicans snapped their 4-game losing streak against the Suns, winning 113 to 105. Still without Brandon Ingram, Zion and CJ McCollum really helped to get the Pelicans this win. Bradley Beal went off for 33 points and went 7 of 8 from 3. The Pelicans' defense and hustle and Zion's extreme effort led them to get this win. Zion finished the game with 29, 10, 7, and 5 blocks, and one really nice block on KD that sent it right off the glass. Man, Duke Zion is back and everybody needs to be scared. This was a beautiful game for the Pelicans, and CJ also had 21 points in the first half but finished with 31 to lead the team in points. Devin Booker had 25 and 7 on really good shooting, and KD had 23 and 6 on really bad shooting. Shout out Herb Jones, first team all defense. Jose Alvarado had a really good game, and this puts the Pelicans and Suns neck and neck in the seedings, with the Suns having the tiebreaker. Tonight, the Magic also beat the Bulls 113 to 98, in which the Magic came out and played their usual brand of basketball, which is really good defense and good team play. They forced 21 turnovers on the Bulls and had 12 steals. Paulo led the way with 24, 6, and 5. Jalen Suggs had 19 and 5 with 2 steals, hitting 3 really tough threes. DeMar DeRozan had 30 points in 40 minutes. The Magic took care of business in a not surprising win, and it wasn't really a game after the first quarter. For our next game, to no one's surprise, the Bucks lost to the Knicks, extending their losing streak to 4 after they have already lost games to the Wizards, Grizzlies, and Raptors, some of the worst teams in the league. This time they lost to an absolutely great team who's looking to pass them in the standings, as now with this loss, the Knicks are a game back and the Magic are a game back. Brunson balled out with 43, 6, and 8. OG Anunoby returned for the Knicks, which is so important because he fits this team so well. well. He didn't really get his offense going, but he had 4 steals and 2 blocks. Dante DiVincenzo had 26 points on 8 of 11 from 3. Miles McBride came off the bench and played good defense and provided 8 points in his short time off the bench. Giannis had 28 and 15 with 8 assists, but only was held to 50% from the field, so he was not able to dominate as usual. Dame had 23 with really bad shooting, only shooting 36% from the field. Bobby Portis was a good spark off the bench with 24 on 66% shooting, but this is a really discouraging loss for the Bucks because they're going into the postseason absolutely falling apart and crumbling, and it looks like 2 teams have the chance of passing them, and they could slide all the way to the 4 seed and maybe more if they really close this season out poorly. After that, we have the absolute most craziest game of the night. I was stunned. I was locked into the TV. It was amazing. The Spurs lost 126 to 133 in double overtime, in which Tyrese Maxey got his career high 52 points. He also had 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals. He was only 2 of 10 from 3, but he hit them when it counted. And Kelly Oubre was doing really good things as well, contributing 26, 8, 5, and 2. Obviously, for the Spurs, Victor had an absolutely insane game, putting up 33 points, 18 rebounds, 6 assists, and 7 blocks, though he did have 9 turnovers, but he had his career high 5 threes. Getting into the details of the game, Devontae Graham converted a really fun 4-point play in the 4th quarter, and then the Sixers took the lead with 9 seconds left off a Batum 3, putting the score at 109 to 108. Then Devontae Graham got the ball off an inbound, passed it down to Victor Wembenyama, who then passed it in the corner to Champagnie, who hit the 3, putting the Spurs up 2 with 2.7 seconds left. The 76ers had Tyrese Maxey run past everyone and make a layup to send this game into overtime, giving him 46 points at the time. Victor won the tip-off, but then Kelly Oubre got it and put up a layup to put the 76ers up 2. The 76ers tied the game 121 to 121 off a KJ Martin layup. The Spurs used the rest of their shot clock off a Victor Wembanyama fadeaway, which airballed, and they got a shot clock violation. The 76ers got the ball with 0.8 seconds left in overtime. Kelly Oubre got a nice look in the corner but missed, sending the game into double overtime. Tyrese Maxey went to the line a bunch in the 2nd overtime, and he eventually got to 52 points, which is his career high. Ricky Council, who played amazing defense and played really well in the minutes that he got, had an and-one layup under the basket where he drew a foul on Victor Wembanyama to make the score 126 to 126. Victor then got called for a goaltend, which the Spurs challenged and won. Ricky Council then hit 2 more free throws, coming up in the clutch like crazy, making the score 128 to 126. Batum hit a 3 to make it a 5-point game, 131 to 126, and the 76ers got an alley-oop and fast break to KJ Martin, who dunked it down and secured the win, making the final score 133 to 126. This game was absolutely insane and so fun to watch, and Victor is the future of the league, but man, Tyrese Maxey is nice too. It would have been crazy if Joel Embiid played, but sadly he sat out. After that, the Kings beat Brooklyn by 30, winning 107 to 77, playing absolutely stifling defense. Sabonis had 18, 20, and 9, and this win could potentially give the Kings the 8 seed if the Lakers lose to the T-Wolves tonight. For the final 2 games of the night, we have Golden State versus Utah, in which Golden State won 118 to 110, but don't be fooled by the score. It wasn't as close as it seemed. Klay Thompson went off for 32, 5, and 4 in only 28 minutes. Jonathan Kuminga off the bench had 21 and 10 on 81% shooting. On Utah's side of the ball, Keontae George had 25 with 4 threes, and Johnny Juzang had 27 off the bench, shooting 7 of 8 from 3 and absolutely going off. And for the last game of the night, you have the Lakers versus Minnesota, in which the Lakers lost 117 to 127 Minnesota. Naz Reid went off for 31 points, 11 rebounds, and went 6 of 8 from 3. Anthony Edwards also had 26 and 8 assists. Rudy Gobert had a nice double-double with 18 and 16. LeBron James did not play. Rui Hachimura dropped 30 and 6. D'Angelo Russell had 15 and 11. And Anthony Davis left the 4th quarter with an eye injury, only playing 12 minutes. Because the Lakers lost this game, the Kings have now moved up to the 8 seed, and they have fallen back to the 9 seed. Victor went off, Tyrese went off, Jalen Brunson went off, Paul George hit a game winner and went crazy. There was a lot of good performances today, and I'm just happy I'm able to cover them. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment Naz Reid if you made it this far. With that said, have a good night and enjoy basketball. Mwah.